past you while you sitting here crying about what this nigga did. He said if he out here doing that to girls, he's gonna be out here again, and that he was gonna be touched and found. And I don't know, he made me feel like I wasn't gonna be scared working out there, like he wasn't gonna find me again. And I don't know, just started doing it for a while. And I was traveling from different cities and learning the different tracks, and that's how I was just getting my money.
But the money you would give to him?
Yeah. I wouldn't tuck, I wouldn't save anything. At first, I told him that my mom was sick and that it was for that. And it kind of like, I kind of lost focus in why I was out there because the money was so good. I started to get greedy and I was, letting him get me this and spend it on, expensive rooms that we were trapping in. And
Was your mom actually sick?
yeah, she was sick at the time. But she kept making me feel like she didn't need my money, she didn't want it type shit. Like no, keep it. Whenever I would try and offer it to her, at first when I got out of treatment, it was my mom that was kind of upset that I signed myself out. But when I had tried to get back in touch with my mom, she was in a group home, for sick older people. And my sisters would refuse to tell me where my mom was, so I wasn't really out there, knowing where she was. I just knew I was gonna get the money and I was gonna either take off with how much he was saving or I was just gonna start tucking because I was like, okay, now I'm starting to get sidetracked. Like, I'm starting to just do this and like, you getting too fly now. Like, you're getting too much out of this now. And I need to get back in touch with my mom. Because when I was in a relationship with the dude in Compton, I was still in touch with her and I was talking to her. And then that was the last time I called her before I found out that my sisters were keeping her somewhere in like a seniority home because they didn't want to take care of her. Well, that's how I felt. And that's how my mom felt. And I don't know. It got too fun and I got too sidetracked and I started to put myself in my mom's shoes and was like, well, how would I feel if you two were? So I left and he made me feel that there was a game god. So like when you leave, like a bunch of bad shit happens to you. And I felt like that because I was homeless, I didn't have anywhere to go. I was sleeping in my friend's car. I didn't know how to get the money and get down without feeling like somebody was gonna do something because I didn't know anyone to call and ask to come help me. I was robbed my first time for carrying too much money on me. So I didn't have a place to pretty much put my money in and feel like, okay, I know what I'm gonna do with it. I know where I'm gonna put it. Was already talking to someone else. That's when I met the dude that kind of was pimping me here and there, but was like my boyfriend type. Well, that's what they call a boyfriend pimp. And he helped me find my mom. And I found my mom around Christmas time, like last year. Around Christmas time last year, I was popping up. I just went to pop up to go see her. No. She looked like she was like dying. And it was sad and something snapped at me. And I told him, look, my mom said that she's gonna help us out with getting in a car so I could come out here and help her. Now the goal, this is why I feel like he was starting to keep me behind closed doors and not wanting me out there. Because my mom kept saying that she didn't have enough money to pay for a nurse to come take care of her, but that she wanted me to come take care of her. And I said, well, Mom, would you let me come back home if I take care of you, I stay home with you every day and I, change your diaper and I read you books and, I'm here with you. And she said, yeah, but, you gotta get along with the rest of the family because, we're family. You can't just come in and just think that everything's gonna bounce back the way it was. And it was understandable. I had a lot of bridges that I burnt with them and I had to make up for it and I wasn't ready because I felt now I was sleeping around with too many men. I was giving myself away. They were gonna be even more disgusted with me. So I kept saying, okay, mom, well, let me get the money and let me at least get a car first. And she kept saying, well, Lena, do you have a bank account? And do you have this? And I can give you money. You know, you have a check coming in. And I said, a check coming in? Like, what do you mean? She said, I want to give it to you. She said, but you're going to give it to, you know, she already knew I was going to give it to the person I was with. And she said it was like a couple months